Okay, we've started Premiere Pro again, and we're going to be starting a new project. We're going to call the new project Car Racing. Click OK. We see our screen. I'm going to take a shortcut to import media. I'm just going to right click in the project window, and I'm going to click import. I'm going to find activity number 3 folder, and I'm going to click on all of the videos and the audio track and open them. They're now imported into our project window, and at this point the whole point to this activity is to be able to edit the videos before you drop it in the timeline. Now, the start video does not need to be edited, so I'm just going to drop it in the timeline, and you're going to see okay. Now, if you notice, there's 2 lines. There's a blue line for video and there's a blue line for audio. Later on, when we add audio to this, we're going to be adding that audio or the music to the second audio track. Now, at this point, I would normally just drag the Car Race 2 over, but I'm going to take and click on it twice, and you're going to see it come up in the source window. And what happens is that the source window allows me, if I go through the source window and drag the playhead, you can see we have the regular video, but at the very, very end, you see that there is an ugly transition that starts to come over the end of the video. I want to cut that off before I put that video in the timeline. So I'm going to go back all the way to the very beginning, and I'm going to click on this button here, which is called the Mark In button. That means I want the video to start at the very beginning of the video. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the playhead and drag it all the way to the right just before that transition comes in. And at that point, I'm going to mark that's as much of the video that I want to play. So I'm going to click on the Mark Out button, and you can see now that it's just gray from the very beginning to the point that is we want to stop the video. So now I'm just going to click in the center of the video, and the edited video now can be just dropped into the timeline. Now, what the story is with the timeline is that now when you go to the end of that video, you do not see that transition come in. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of all the different transitions in the videos. I'm now going to go to Car Race 3, click on it twice. In the very beginning here, I'm going to click on Mark In because I want to start at the very beginning. I'm going to click and drag on the playhead over to near the end where that ugly little transition starts to come in, and I'm going to drag it back until that is no longer visible, and I'm going to click on Mark Out. So I'm just saying I want the video from the very beginning to where I want to mark it. So I'm going to click on the video and drag it into the timeline. Again, if you have a space, you can right click and ripple delete. Okay, Car Race 4. The very beginning, mark in. I'm going to go all the way to the end and cut out that transition by marking out and dragging the video down to the timeline. Now, at that point, we pretty much have most of the videos that we want to use in our project. And what the story is that there's none of those nasty looking transitions in our video. Now our video at this point has the announcer speaking, and what we want to do is we want to add an audio track in the very back. So I'm going to go over and click on the file called Flash of Green, just drag it to the track. Then I want to go and just trim that audio track back to the end of that one track. Now the thing is that both playing at the same time, the audio in the song is not matching, is overpowering the sound of the announcer. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the gain. That means the volume of our background music, so that you can hear the announcer better. I'm going to right click on the audio track, go to audio gain, and I'm going to adjust the gain by -10. And so at this point now, if I play, the music is in the background. The music is in the background, and the announcer is still prominent. So we have a background, we have the audio track, and all of it fits together into one video. So after you're done reducing the gain on the music track, then you're all done with activity number 3.